Hi there, this is Jennifer Vanderbeek, 2017 Imagine Artist in Residence, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I created this very textural art journal layout as part of a challenge to use anything but cardstock. So what I've decided to use is something that I've been collecting for a little bit. Basically, I'm a mixed media artist, and when I say that, some people kind of give me a head tilt, and they're like, what does that mean? And the way I describe it is it's pretty much an umbrella to do whatever I want. This is one of those perfect examples because what I'm using instead of cardstock or any other type of paper other than what's in my art journal to apply it to are used wet wipes that I've used to clean off stamps, my craft mat, my fingertips, whatever, while I'm working. So they've been effectively dyed by the inks and sprays and other medias. But wet wipes, they tend to be alcohol based. So when you use them and then set them aside while you're, moving on to the next part of your project, they dry out and you're left with this really kind of cool fabric that you have custom dyed without even trying. You could do this on purpose, but the whole point is to recycle and reuse and repurpose. I have applied the dried out wipes to a page in my art journal with some clear creative medium and a palette knife, and I've torn them, I've stretched and teased apart different bits, I've twisted them up. You can do anything you want. The texture is part of the fun. And then once I've got it all covered and dry, I kind of had a basic idea of what I was going for with the colors I had on hand. But, even then it develops as you go along. So now that it's all dry, I am taking my Memento markers and I just kind of pulled the whole bin of them out, and I am starting to define some of the shapes that the tinted wipes have created. Now, because the medium is creating this nice finish on top of everything, you can smudge, you can kind of really get in there and work the color, or you can do some fine details. I am playing up some of the colors that are already present in the wipes and using that as my guide, as well as adding others. So you see, I took those kind of the olivey green ones that are probably from the Pistachio Memento Looks pad, if I had to guess. I am using those for like the tops of palm trees and for the base, but by drawing over them with brown marker, you can't tell as much that they started off as green for the trunks. So don't feel too constrained by what you've got, physically put on your page. So the white bits that I strung up through the middle that had the black tips, which is probably the Tuxedo Black Memento pad, I used the tops to inspire some flying, seagulls or whatnot. And then the bottom became a sailboat. To play up a little bit more texture and add to the obvious, beach horizon seascape I've got going on here, I'm using some StazOn Studio Glaze. I use the cotton white on top for, some more clouds, and then I'm working in some of the Bahama blue to really accentuate a sea line. I will say that, by finger painting with it a little bit, my fingertip was blue for 2 days, but, it's a small price to pay for a fun, experimental, successful experiment, I think, art journal. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it's given you some inspiration or some ideas to play with. If you're looking for more tips and inspiration, please point your browser to imaginecrafts.com. Bye-bye.